Let's get ready.
In a cramped, sweaty gym in the basement of the King Center,
It's all about the underdog.
a steady rhythm cuts through the air.
The guy that everyone says that can't win.
The staccato of quick jabs, the powerful thud of hands on a heavy bag, and the sharp breaths. This is what it sounds like to push things to the limit.
Watching him win, that's the excitement about it.
21-year-old Akeem Black doesn't say a word as he works his way through another grueling training session. A silent assassin who lets his fists do the talking.
He just keeps coming at you like a Terminator. I mean, you hit him and he just keeps coming.
But on the rare occasions when he does open up, he has quite the story to tell, trying to break a cycle of violence in this city with, ironically, his fists.
For me, I feel like that's the only path, so that's why I do what I do.
As the youngest of 7 siblings, Akeem's path could have led him any number of directions. Some of his older brothers spent time in jail, and his father is currently in prison.
I didn't want to be in those type of situations because that'll mess up your whole life.
Still, Akeem had his own run-in with the law when he was 16 for what he calls hanging with the wrong crowd.
They was robbing somebody with a BB gun, and the police caught us, and I was party to a crime.
He was charged with a misdemeanor, which did not end up on his permanent record. He spent a month in a detention center and another 3 at St. Charles Youth and Family Services.
It was a big wake-up call because I hated it. Like, I didn't have no freedom.
Good, now that's on.
What he did have, though, was a mentor who supported his interest in boxing, eventually finding his way to Ernie Haines and the Al Moreland Boxing Club.
Nobody can make you lose but yourself. So as long as you train hard, then you shouldn't be able to lose.
Pretty fast, you know. Like, man, is that really my son doing that?
Akeem, by now a young father of 2, rose quickly through the amateur ranks and won his first 2 professional bouts earlier this year. 154 pounds of coiled muscle, always ready to strike.
He's unpredictable. But when he does fire a shot, it's accurate. It's right on the money.
No matter how hard you hit me, I'm going to just come back and hit you with something harder.
But at the end of August, Akeem was hit with a blow you can't dodge.
And I didn't think it was real until I got down there. And then I seen my mom and my auntie and all of them crying.
On August 27th, Akeem's brother, 30-year-old Antonio Ewing, was murdered in Milwaukee near Richards and Wright.
Nobody know the real reason why he got killed. It was just over, it was nonsense, like it was pointless.
Antonio Ewing was one of 24 homicides recorded in Milwaukee in August alone, the city's deadliest month in 25 years. To this day, the killer has yet to be found.
It hurted everybody because we never had a homicide in our family, especially by it being him, because he never did nothing to nobody.
I'm still grieving. I'm still grieving. I'm still crying every other day.
Akeem says he was lost, but once again, boxing was there for him at a critical moment.
We just sat in silence for maybe about 30, 40 minutes. And then he opened up a little bit, and we talked.
If I think about the guy that did it, then that'll let out the anger on the person that I'm fighting.
But what he won't do is let that anger consume him.
If I was to think about doing something bad, I can mess up my whole future, and it could be over for boxing.
Straight to rock and roll after that, Akeem.
Instead, that fury has turned into fuel. Through the long workouts, through the rounds of punishment between the ropes.
You're doing this so your kids won't have to do it.
To carry his family to what he hopes will be a better life for all of them.
And I wanted to be the one to break that cycle because I'm still young, and I found the passion that I can be able to do it with.
Carl Deffenbaugh, Fox 6 News.
Nice.